This one, P, comma, negation P and Q, comma, negation Q and P, and negation P, P and negation P are some examples of elementary products. Are some examples of elementary products. Next one. Similarly, a sum of the variables and their negation and which consists of a sum of elementary products is called a disjunctive normal form of the given formula. So what do you mean by this? Read the definition. What is DNF? Read the definition. What do you mean by that? Here, a formula which is equivalent to a given formula and consists of a sum of elementary products, right? So here you should understand that a sum of elementary products, if you get it in this form, then it is called as DNF, right? For example, it should be like this: P and Q or Q and R. If it is like this is called as disjunctive normal form. Clear? Put down the symbol. Between two variables, there should be an and between the combination of variables, there should be or. Write it. Example, P and Q. Example, P and Q or Q and R. Now take down a question. Convert the following into DNF. Convert the following into DNF. Take down the question. P and P implies Q. Now just listen. This ఒకటే నేను చెప్తాను, next నుంచి మీరు చేయాలి. Okay na? Now here you see, this has a formula. P implies Q ante you can write it as negation P or Q. This is the formula. P implies Q is also called as negation P or Q. Clear? So I am putting this formula here. Okay, P and negation P or Q. This is the first step. Okay na? ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఆన్సర్ లో ఏం రావాలి? వేరియబుల్స్ మధ్యలో and రావాలి and between the product of the variables there should be or. Now what should we do? Which law should we take to convert it into DNF? A law is called. See the formula? Equivalence formula. So open cheyandi. Which law should we take? Distributive law. So what do you mean by distributive law? A and B or C is also written as what? A and B or A and C. Clear? So you write it as, according to distributive law, you are going to distribute it as P and negation P or P and Q. Clear? Actually, after this, what you should do? P and negation P and F false vastundi kada, but I want DNF, so this is the answer. So there is a sum, there is a product between the variables. Is this clear? Do this one. Should I repeat it or is it clear? First change chesamu. This is the question. You are obtaining the DNF. DNF means what? Disjunctive normal form for this one. So DNF means there should be and between the variables and or between the sum of variables. Clear? So what am I doing here? For this one, I am converting it into negation P or Q. So what is this? This is a formula. Clear? Next, according to distributive law, I have distributed them and I have got the answer and in between and or in between the combination of variables. Do it. Do this problem. Next problem you have to do. Write on step 1. To the right hand side, write on P implies Q. P implies Q is equivalent to P implies Q is equivalent to P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So I'm writing the first step here. P and in place of this, I'm writing this one negation P or Q. Second step. According to distributive law, that is A and B or C is equivalent to A and B or A and C. So distribute this one. It will become P and negation P or P and Q. Write on. This is in DNF. This is in DNF as write on this one and or and. So in between the variables there is and between the sum of variables there is or. Is this clear? Next problem you have to do. Any confusion in this problem? పడుకునే వాళ్ళంతా లేవాలి బాగా తినేసి వచ్చినట్టున్నారు green dress over. This problem is completed. అయిపోయిందా? Shall we go to the next question? Yes or no? Go to the next one. Write down. Write down the second question. Yes, stop talking. Write down. P and negation of Q and R. Obtain DNF. Obtain DNF. కానియండి Fast ga. Don't turn the pages back. Obtain the DNF of that. In one step, you will complete it. You need not look into the formulas also. కానివ్వండి ఫార్ములాస్ లేకుండా చేయొచ్చు. మీరు మార్నింగ్ వినుంటే ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది. You don't require formulas. See what we can do. ఈ ప్రాబ్లంకి ఫార్ములా అవసరం లేదు. చూడండి ఏం చేయాలో. బటన్ పెట్టి ఫస్ట్. అయిపోయిందా? You got the answer? కాదు. చేయండి. యా ఇది ఎట్లా వస్తుంది? ఓకే కరెక్ట్. ఏమైంది? తప్పది. Here. Yes, stop talking. Just here. You are having P and negation of Q. What will happen? It will become negation Q. Right? Negation of and. ఏమవుతుంది? R of and. Or. Negation R. Now what will you do? According to distributive law, what do you do here? You are going to distribute like this. P and negation Q. Right? There is R in between them, so R will come here. So this negation R will come here. P and negation R. So there is and there is R in between them. So this is the DNF. Yes, there is disturbance. Please be quiet. Is this clear? Next one, write down. అయిపోయిందా? Shall we go to the next question? P plus 2 and take down next one. P implies Q and Q implies R. Obtain the DNF of this one. Faster. I told you the formula. Use the formula and do it. ఇప్పుడే ఇచ్చాను కదమ్మా ఫార్ములా. ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా. Yes, why are you talking? Do that. What is the formula for P implies Q? Yeah. Next, what should you do? Next, ఎలా చేయాలి? Next step ఏంటి? What happened? ఒకటే స్టెప్లో చేయాలని. అయిపోయిందా? ఏది? వాట్ ఈస్ డిమార్గన్స్ లాస్? ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తావు? ఎలా చేస్తావు? చూడు, ఇక్కడ దీన్ని ఇక్కడ తీసుకోవచ్చు. డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్లో ఇది చూడు, ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది. హ్యావ్ యూ గాట్ ద ప్రాబ్లం? దాని తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? Here, P implies Q and Q implies R. What is the first step? According to the formula, what will you get? Here you get negation P or Q and negation Q or R. So is it in disjunctive normal form? Yes or no? It is not in disjunctive normal form because here you should get and here you should get or. Now what should we do? What can we do? Can we use any law here? We are using distribute. First of all, you should only go for distributive laws. How will you distribute them? See here, you are having and in between them. So I am going to distribute this variable with this complete set. Ela distribute chestar chudandi. Negation P, right? And negation Q, right? Or Q and negation Q, okay? Or Q and R. Chudandi, correct? What did we do here? I have distributed P with negation Q, right? Again I have to distribute P with R. Just what do I do? I have taken this one, I have distributed this with this separately and this one with this separately. Why? Because I want elementary product and their sums. Clear? Again I am repeating. This one I have distributed it from here till here, right? Again the same negation P I have taken and with this. Okay na? Ippudu idi common ikkada, right? Next, this will become common here. So I got or here. Then Q and negation Q, Q or and R. You do it and see, you will get the answer. Do it step by step. I'll do it, wait. See here, I'm writing it as negation P or Q and negation Q or R. Next, I'm writing according to distributive law, we are distributing negation P. Clear? So in this first step, I'm distributing negation P with this. It will become negation P and negation Q. Antena? Correct? ఇప్పుడు దీని మధ్యలో ఏముంది? ఆర్ ఉంది. నెక్స్ట్ నెగేషన్ P and R. అయిపోయిందా? In the next step, leave it like this. I'm in this step, I'm going here. So I'm taking Q and negation Q or Q and R. So what is there in between them here? There is or. So this is the final answer. Clear? Completed? Now next question you should only do. అయిపోయిందా? Now do this. Think what you should do. దీనికి ఎటువంటి ఫార్ములా లేదు. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి అది ఆలోచన చేయండి. Think what you have to do here. Blindly don't write anything. అయిపోయిందా? చేయి ఇంకా ఇంతేనా? ఇక్కడ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేశారు చూడు, ఇక్కడ చూడు. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇది లోపల వస్తుంది, ఇది బయట వస్తుంది. సో ఇట్ బికమ్ నెగేషన్ పి ఆర్ క్యూ. చూడు, ఇది ఇట్లా తీసుకొచ్చినప్పుడు ఇది ఇంటర్నల్ అవుతుంది, ఇది అవుటర్నల్ అవుతుంది. దీన్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తుంది. అండ్ నెగేషన్ పి ఆర్ ఆర్. సో దీనికి మనం ఆర్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో negation of negation P, P. Negation of R is and. Negation Q. ఇంకోటి ఏంటి? కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఇదేనా? సో డైరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడ నెగేషన్ ఆఫ్ నెగేషన్ పి అండ్ క్యూ ఆర్ ఆర్ తీసుకోవచ్చు డైరెక్ట్గా. నెగేషన్ ఆఫ్ నెగేషన్ పి పి, నెగేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ అండ్ నెగేషన్ క్యూ ఆర్ నెగేషన్ ఆర్. ఓకేనా? పి అండ్ నెగేషన్ క్యూ ఆర్ పి అండ్ నెగేషన్ ఆర్. అంతే. Yes, girls, have you completed? What happened? You have to try doing the problems. ఇది తప్పు. How will we do? ఇలా వస్తుంది. చూడు, I'll explain it there. Over? At least one of you have got the problem? Yes or no? Got it? Then? No, wrong. మీకు వచ్చిందా? షో ఇట్. నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావు? నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావు? కరెక్ట్ కూర్చో. ఎస్. Can you distribute implication? Can you distribute implication? కొంచెం చిన్న చేంజ్ చూపిస్తాను. Yes, can we distribute implications? అయిపోయిందా? వాష్రూమా? Just here. Negation of ఏంటి క్వశ్చన్? Negation of P implies Q and R. So here remember that you cannot distribute implication. Now you have to consider this as P implies Q. ఇదంతా Q అనుకోవాలి. Clear? So what will you get here? What is the formula for P implies Q? Negation P or Q. So this is P and this is Q. So what will happen? Negation of negation P. Avuna? Right? Negation. So this is I am removing this one. Negation P or this is Q. Clear? Next what will you do? I am going to distribute this negation. Negation of negation P ఎంత అవుతుంది? Double negation law. Negation of negation, here you have to write down that according to double negation law, you are having negation of negation P is P. You can see there. Again, negation of or is what? And. This will become negation Q. Right? Negation of and is or. Again, negation R. Next, what should we do? At least now you tell what should we do? We have to use what? Distributive law to distribute it. So you're using distributive law here. So I'm writing P and negation Q or P and negation R. Clear? Yes? So some of you, what did you do? You have distributed implication. You cannot distribute implication. Directly you have to put the formula. Is that clear? Completed? Write down this one. According to double negation law, according to distributive law. చేయొచ్చు ఒకసారి చూడు వస్తుందా చూడు.
Negation of negation P, negation of or and negation of Q. ఇక్కడ
or
తర్వాత negation of negation P, negation of or and negation.
What happened? Clear? Shall we go to the next question? Go to the next one. Now I want one of them to come here and do. Who will come? Write down the next question. Yes, stop talking. Write down the question. Negation P or negation Q implies P By implies negation Q. You have to try doing this one. Next question. Please take down this one. P implies Q and negation Q or negation P. So first what will you do here? See here. This is by implies. It will become P implies negation Q and Q implies P. Negation Q implies P. Okay. Then you have to start doing using the formula. Okay now? We will do it after some time. Just leave some space there. Okay, page వదిలేసేయండి. I'll give you one question now. Write down. Construct the truth table for first take down this question. అయిపోయిందా? Write down. Construct the truth table for negation P and Q by implies negation P or negation Q. Construct the truth table first. At least this you should be able to do. Using the truth table. Truth table in the morning I told. Let me see how many of them will do. Table. Second girl, come and do the problem then. Come. Come fast. Ravalama, come fast. Get up. First you get up. Get up. Get your book and come. Yes. Have you completed? Lule, first lule. Yes, Amma, come. You come out first. Come out. ఏమైంది పొద్దున వినలేదా? ఏం చేశారు పొద్దున? అర్థం కాలేదా? ఇప్పుడేం అర్థమవుతుంది మళ్ళీ? ఏమడుగుతావు? Yes, have you completed the problem? అయిపోయిందా? Those who are not there here in the morning, I want them to complete. అయిపోయిందా? మార్నింగ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చేస్తారు, ఇప్పుడు మార్నింగ్ లేని వాళ్ళు చేయాలి ఫస్ట్. Who will do? అయిపోయిందా? Get up first. Come, go and do the problem. Come out. See, if you did not listen in the morning, ఇప్పుడు ఏం అర్థం కాదు మీకు ముందు. Come outside first. Come outside. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు మరి? నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకుంటున్నా. పొద్దున ఏం చేసావు? See here, what will you get here? I am taking P, Q, negation P, negation Q. What do you require there? P and Q. Negation of P and Q. And the last one is by implication. I will check it. Right? So how many values will you get here? You are going to get false, false or 0, 0. False and true. True, false. And true, true. Idanna telusu kada meeku? How you got? Those who are not there here. Yes or no? Then, so how will you getting negation? Opposite of false is true. Again, opposite of false is true. This is false and this is false. Next, negation Q. Opposite of false is true. This is false, true and false. Next, what should you do? You have to find P and Q. So false and false is false. False and true is false. True and false is false and this is true. Right? Next you are finding negation of P and Q. So this will become true, true, true and false. Then you are having this one with this. So what do you mean by implication? True. First of all, for this I should get the answer. Negation or negation, this will become true. This is true. This is true. And this is false. So this is true and true is true. True and true is true. This is true. False and false is true. So if all of them are true, what is the answer? Tautology. Clear? If all the variables are true, then it is called as tautology. Clear? Next you are going to do some more problems. In that you require all these things. అది వితౌట్ యూజింగ్ టేబుల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ విత్ యూజింగ్ టేబుల్ చేసుకోవాలి మీరు రఫ్లో. చేసుకున్న తర్వాత సేమ్ వితౌట్ యూజింగ్ టేబుల్ చేయాలి. క్లియర్? You should get the same answer here and there. Okay. So you have done disjunctive normal form. Those two problems we have to do. Right? Now put down the side heading conjunctive normal form. Write down conjunctive normal form. Conjunctive normal form. Conjunctive normal form. See here, you have to do like this formula. Okay, we will do this problem. Write down a formula which consists of a product of a product of elementary sums and is equivalent to a given formula is called a conjunctive normal form. See, we have to do this problem because you'll get this question. Can you put artham kaadu meeku? We'll complete 2 problems and then we'll come here. Write down, obtain the CNF. CNF means conjunctive normal form. Obtain the CNF of the following. That is P and P implies Q. Now let me see how many of you all will do. So here in the answer you should get like this. Or in between the products and in between the sum of products. Intaku mundu etla vachindi reverse. Now here you should get like this. Do it. Take down the question. Do it fast. అయిపోయిందా? Got the answer? Yes. Have you got the answer or no? Only in one step you will do it. What should you do here? What are you writing here? P and what should you write here? Negation P or Q. According to the formula you have tried down here. Next change here. You are using distributive law and distributing it. So it will become P and negation P or P and Q. Like this or like this is same. Idi itana pampivachu, idi itana pampivachu, anything. This is important. See here, negation P and Q. It elipeni or Q and P. Similarly here, P and negation P or P and Q. Anything is same. Clear? Aipena? Go to the next one. Amen. Sorry. Next, what should you do here? Now, how will you distribute? What should you do here? Think what you should do here. Again, you are using distributive law, right? It will become P or P and, sorry, this and P or Q. You should remember this one, Amma. You should not get confused. P or P and P or Q, right? And negation P or P. Why and? Negation P or. See here, you are distributing like this. Negation P or P. Next, what will you get? Here you are getting confused. Don't get confused here. Just here. I'll show you how you should do. See here. First I am taking this one. I am putting it here. Okay na? P. ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? Or in between them. What is there? Or. P. Okay na? Next. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఈ and తీసుకుంటున్నాను. P or Q. అయిపోయిందా? నెక్స్ట్ and I'm taking. అంటే దీన్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాను ఇప్పుడు. Negation P or P. Next what will I get? And negation P or Q. So you should just see that the variables are not repeated. Clear? See this problem. Now do the next one. Second question, take down. Negation of P by implies Q. Do it fast. చేయాలి తొందరగా. ఏం చేస్తారు ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడ? P by implies Q ఫార్ములా ఏంటిది? P by implies Q ఫార్ములా ఏంటిది? See here. It will become the formula. This one is P by implies Q is nothing but P implies Q and Q implies P. I told in the morning, right? Do this one. So what it will become? I am leaving this R here, negation here. I am writing P implies Q. Okay. And what is this? Q implies P. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయండి. అర్థమైందా? What are we doing here? For this complete one, I am taking negation. I am distributing only this one. This is the formula. Next, what should I do? I'll get here, according to the formula, I'll get negation P or Q and negation Q or P. Next, what should I do? It is very simple after this. What should I do? I'm going to distribute this negation here. P, negation of R is and, negation Q, negation of and is R, negation of negation Q is Q, negation of R is and, negation P. Vachinda? Yes or no? What happened? After this, what you should do? Again use distributive law, distribute them. Ante. Last problem is same continuation vastundi ikkada. So again see, P or Q and P or negation P. Q or Q and negation Q or negation P. I will. Okay. Do it fast. అయిపోయిందా? Go to the next one. Obtain. Are you doing or no? Obtain the CNF of. Obtain the CNF of. Who is that fellow? It changed first. Obtain the CNF of negation of P implies Q and R. It is very simple. Do it fast. ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ మీకు డిఎన్ఎఫ్ లో కూడా వచ్చింది సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని సిఎన్ఎఫ్ చేయాలి అంతే కానివ్వండి ఏమైందమ్మా అయిపోయిందా కానీ ఓ డిఎన్ఎఫ్ చేశారు కదా సేమ్ థింగ్ చేయండి ఓవర్ యు గాట్ ఇట్ pink shirt third fellow light pink come and do the problem come fast బుక్ అవసరం లేదు ఇక్కడ పెట్టేసే బుక్ అక్కడ పెట్టే వచ్చేసి ఎందుకు బుక్ కమ్ ఫాస్ట్ ఎస్ క్యాప్టివ్ నువ్వు చూసుకుంటే చేస్తావా ట్రై చేయి పీ ప్లస్కి ఫార్ములా ఏంటిది చెయ్యి సరే ఓకే చెయ్యి పడి చూస్తా కనీసం ఇది తప్పేది కూర్చో పడి ఎస్ Stop talking. What should you do here? You are taking negation of negation P or this is Q. Okay. So negation of negation P will become P. Negation of R is and this will become negation Q or negation R. Now what should you do? You have to get and in between the variables and or between the sum of the variables. So P and. Now you are distributing like this. Negation Q or P and negation R. అంటే సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లం ఇట్లా చేయొచ్చు ప్లస్ డిస్జంక్షన్ చేయొచ్చు. క్లియర్? ఓన్లీ డిఫరెన్స్ ఇస్ హియర్ యూ హావ్ టు గెట్ లైక్ దిస్ అండ్ ఇన్ అదర్ వన్ యూ హావ్ టు గెట్ లైక్ దిస్. That you have to remember. That is important. Is that clear? Next, take down next question. Yes, no, I don't want any other noise. Write down. Prove that prove PROVE, prove. Now without using table you have to do this one. Prove that Q or P and negation Q or negation P and negation Q is a tautology. You have to get true at the end of this one. Fast ga kaniyandi. What should you do here? You have to prove that it is a tautology. Do it fast. If whether you will use associative rule or some other rule, just see. You will use commutative property. What will you use? You have to get true as the answer. Table use cheyadu. Without using table. Without using table you have to do. It is very simple, do it. Why is the mobile outside? Hello? ఏంది ఏడుంది అక్కడ ఛార్జింగ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? నేను అన్నది మొబైల్. I said don't use truth table. Use చేయకుండా చెయ్యి. Which law you will use? Use it and check it. Okay, if you want to check it using table, then without using table you do. రెండు చేయండి లేకపోతే. Is it a tautology or not? అయిపోయిందా? ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు చూడు. క్యూఆర్ నెగేషన్ క్యూ ఏంటి? ఏది ఫార్ములా? ఫార్ములా సేవ్. Correct. True, right? Or next time చేయాలి చూడు. చెయ్యి, కరెక్టే చెయ్యి. దీన్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటివ్ సరే, డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటివ్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది, ఇది ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది. కాదు, అసోసియేటివ్గా అంటే ఈ బ్రాకెట్స్ని దీన్ని కలిపేస్తాం, దీన్ని కలిపిస్తాం. చూడు. డిడ్ యూ గెట్ ద ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ టాటాలజీ? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? టాటాలజీ వచ్చిందా? ఇప్పుడు వితౌట్ యూజింగ్ ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ చేయండి. P implies Q and Q implies P. ఇప్పుడు ఇదేమవుతుంది, నెగేషన్ P or Q అవుతుంది, అండ్ నెగేషన్ Q or P అవుతుంది. చెయ్యి, ట్రై చెయ్యి, ఒకసారి చూస్తే వస్తుంది, నీకు అర్థం ఈజీ ఉంది, అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. ఏం చేయాలి? సరే చేసావు. ఇప్పుడు చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, నువ్వు తప్పు చేస్తున్నావు ఏంటంటే, నువ్వు ఇక్కడ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేసావు కదా, did you get the tautology? Now at least did you try doing the problem? No. At least have you all started doing the problem? Only one or two have done. Only this boy has done. Yes, stop talking now. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ. First you are doing here, just here. I am taking Q or P and Q or negation Q. Okay? Or negation P and negation Q. Now what should I do? Just check the laws. See the negation law. Negation law na em law adi. See here, this one. Q or negation Q. Last one, I think it is negation law. Antena? According to negation law, Q or negation Q is true. Right? And I am taking here Q and P, sorry, Q or P and true, or negation P and negation Q. Okay. Again you can see a law there. What is that? True and something is true. And direct ga true ayipotundi. So you are not going with that law. Next, what you should do? See here. True and this will become P. It will become true and P will become true. True or P will become true. So that is not the solution. What should we do now? ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి? Just here. You can take Q from here and negation Q. See here. Q or negation Q and P, sorry, negation P or P. Okay, you can do like this, or if you want, you can distribute all of them. Q or negation P. Malli same question vastundi. You try repeating that one, you will get the same question. So here you are getting Q or negation Q and negation P or P. Right? Q or negation Q is true and P or negation P is true. So true and true is true. That's all. Is that clear? So you have to prove that it is a tautology without using the table. So to the right hand side you put the table and the same thing you do it without using the table. Is that clear? Go to the next question now. Amma, ఇది మొత్తం mathematics, it is not theory subject. Remember that. You have to do the problems only. From first unit to fifth unit, everything is same. Second unit is set theory. Set theory and enti em vastayi? All the different types of sets. Next you have recurrence relations, what you have done in maths. Substitution method, all that will come. Right? Next is graph theory. What is graphs? What you have done in relations. Okay, nodes, vertices, avanni untayi chusara? Avanni malli fourth unit. Fifth unit is also similar. What is that fifth unit? I don't remember. Something is there in fifth unit. Even that is problematic. You have to do the problems. The question will be big. The answer will be very small. That is only logic of this one, of this subject. Okay, the questions are big, but the answers will be very small. Now write on the next one. Put on the next side heading. We'll do it. Last one. This is the last one. Write on consistency of proof. Consistency of proofs. Consistency of proof. Under that you write on a set of premises. A set of premises are said to be consistent. A set of premises are said to be consistent if the conjunction of those premises, produces a tautology. Over. Next one you write down inconsistency of premises. Inconsistency of premises a set of premises are said to be inconsistent. A set of premises are said to be inconsistent if the conjunction of those premises produces a contradiction. If the conjunction of those premises produces a contradiction. And enti, just read that definition. When it is said to be consistent, when the conjunction and between all of the set of variables are true, it is called as consistent. If the conjunction between all the set of premises are false, it is called inconsistent. Okay, now write down the question. మీరు మ్యాథ్స్ చేసినప్పుడు మీకు నిద్ర వస్తుందంటే గ్రేట్, మీరు మేధావులే, పడుకునేటోళ్ళు. నువ్వు ఒకటి, ఓన్లీ నీకు నిద్ర వస్తుంది. రైట్ డౌన్. షో దట్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ప్రెమిసెస్, రైట్ డౌన్, షో దట్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ప్రెమిసెస్ ఆర్ ఇన్కన్సిస్టెంట్. Show that the following premises are inconsistent. Write down that first one. Write down the question. First one, first point. If Jack misses, if Jack, Jack misses many classes, if Jack misses MISSES many classes through illness, if Jack misses many classes through illness, then he fails high school. Then he fails FAILS high school. That is the first point. Second point. If Jack fails high school, if Jack fails high school, then he is uneducated. Then he is uneducated. The third one. If Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not educated. If Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not educated. And the fourth question, fourth point under that. Jack misses many classes. Jack misses many classes through illness and reads. Jack misses many classes through illness and reads a lot of books. Now what should you do? First step ఏం చేయాలి? You have to show that it is inconsistent. అంటే ఏంటి? మనం ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ రాసినప్పుడు లాస్ట్ ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసి ఫాల్స్ రావాలి, రైట్? దానికోసం నేను ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చాను. ఆ క్వశ్చన్ నుంచి మీరు ఫస్ట్ సింబల్స్ రాయండి. సింబాలిక్ ఫామ్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి. కానివ్వండి, ఫాస్ట్ గా డూ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్. Did you all try at least? At least try chesara? Huh? Just read the question once. The question. Yes, stop talking now. Now first, what is the first question? Yes. If Jack misses many classes through illness, then he fails high school. Under two different statements. Okay. So what is P representing? P is Jack misses many classes through illness. Next one, what is the second part in that? Yes, stop talking. Then he fails high school. So what I am taking here? Q represents Jack fails high school. Yes, stop talking. Next one. Yes, boys, please be quiet. Second question ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? If Jack fails high school. So already Jack fails high school ఉంది ఇక్కడ. You are not repeating that word again. Clear? Then what is there in that? Then he is uneducated. So R represents Jack is uneducated. Clear? Those who have listened to the class in the morning, they will be able to write. Clear? Next one. Jack reads a lot of books. Then, if Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not uneducated. Right? So, uneducated concept is there here already. Next up. Jack reads a lot of books. Clear? Next, what is the last one? Jack misses many classes through illness and reads a lot of books. So, everything is completed. Now, see, the before one what I given is the question. ఆ క్వశ్చన్ నుంచి మీరు ఇది ఫ్రేమ్ చేయాలి. దీని ప్రపోజిషనల్ లాజిక్ అంటారు. క్లియర్? వాట్ ఎవర్ యు రిప్రజెంట్ లైక్ దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ప్రపోజిషనల్ లాజిక్. రైట్? From this, yes, please stop talking. From this, you have to write it in symbolic form. So, in the morning, we have written it. See here, what is the first part? If Jack misses many classes through illness, then he fails high school. So, if, then he fails high school. So, you write P implies Q, comma. Okay, na? Comma better actually, but you are framing the question here. Right? Second one, indeed. If Jack fails school, then he is uneducated. What should we write here? Q implies R. What is the third one? If Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not uneducated. So, he reads a lot of books is S. Then, he is not uneducated. So, R is uneducated. Not educated means what? Negation R. Next, what is the fourth one? Jack misses many classes through illness and reads a lot of books. Ippadem raval. P and S. So, this is the question. So, remember here, for this you will get 2 marks. For this you will get 1 mark. Idi meer frame cheyali. Ee question ni meer frame cheyali. Right? After this, you will get this one. Then you are asked to prove that it is inconsistent. How can you prove that it is inconsistent? How do you prove that it is inconsistent? How do you prove that it is inconsistent? See the definition. If the conjunction of all these things is false, what do you mean by conjunction? Yes, and, right? P, Q, R, S, right? Then what do you require here? Negation R, P and S. P implies Q. Q implies R. S implies negation R. Right? Do it. So how many variables will get here? How many truth values will get here? 16. Do it. 16 here. Fast ga. Boys are talking continuously. Boys, if you are not interested, you can get out. You are free. Please do that 16 variables. How will you do the 16 variables? Those who are not there in the class, tell me. What is the way to represent the 16 variables? By using binary division values. Okay. You are tossing 4 coins here. Those 4 coins possibilities. That fellow, what is he doing? What are you doing? You are using mobile. So here you will get 16 possibilities. So what are the 16 possibilities here? You will get 0, 0, 0, 0. Sorry, or false. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 1. Next, 0, 1, 00. Next, you get 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 111. 1, 000. Then 1, 1, 000, 1. Next is 1, 0, 1, 0. 1, 0, 1, 1. Next, 111. Okay. 1100. 1101. 1110. And 4 ones. Yes. Stop talking. Complete that truth table. All of you, complete that truth table. నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావా? చేస్తున్నావా? నువ్వు మళ్ళీ క్యాప్ ఎందుకు పెట్టుకున్నావు? తీసే క్యాప్. క్లాస్లో ఎప్పుడు క్యాప్ పెట్టుకో. తీసే. నేను ఎవరు చూడట్లే ఇప్పుడు. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఇది ఉంది కదమ్మా, కంజంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ కంజంక్షన్. ఇవన్నిటికి చేయాలి. P implies Q, Q implies R, S implies negation R, P and S. ఈ వీటికి ఇది కాదు. 1 and 1, 1. 1 and 1 ఎలానే చేసుకోవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. చూడు ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. 1 and 1, 1. 1 and 1, 1. 1 and 0, 0. సేమ్ కంజంక్షన్ చేయాలి. అప్పుడే ఇన్కన్సిస్టెన్సీ వస్తుంది. ఇన్కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అంటే ఆన్సర్ కంజంక్షన్ రావాలి. కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అంటే ఆన్సర్ ట్రూ రావాలి. 1 కంజంక్షన్. దేనికైనా కంజంక్షనే. ఓవర్. గాట్ ద కంజంక్షన్ ఓన్లీ యూ గాట్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? కంజంక్షన్ ఎలా వస్తుంది? ఇన్కన్సిస్టెంట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది? దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద ఆన్సర్. కంజంక్షన్ బిట్వీన్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఇంకోటి రావాలి. ఇక్కడ వేసుకో చిన్నగా. ఇది అన్నిటికీ కంజంక్షన్ అని రాసేసుకొని తీసేసుకో. డూ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్. చేయాలి. నెగేషన్ ఆర్ చేయి. నెగేషన్ ఆర్ అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది? బద్ధకం మనకి. Yes, have you completed? I hope I need not do this problem. Have you got inconsistent or no? వచ్చిందా రాలేదా? హలో సార్, గోడలకు చెప్తున్నానా? కానీ ఏమి నెగేషన్ ఆర్ చేయి. ఎడికైనా నీకు జీరో వచ్చింది చెప్పు, నాకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. జీరో ఎడికైనా వచ్చింది? జీరో ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? నెగేషన్ ఆఫ్ జీరో ఎంత? మళ్ళీ ఏం రాసినావు? మళ్ళీ నన్ను చూడొద్దు నువ్వు, కానీ జల్దీ రాయాలి. కానీ తొందర కానియాలి. మీరు అట్లా కాపీ చేస్తే ఏం అర్థం అవుతుందమ్మా? ఇది టీ అంటే ఏంటి? 1 0నా? నీ మొహం. టీ అంటే 1, ఫాల్స్ అంటే 0. అర్థమైనా? స్విచ్ చేస్తావా? ఆన్ చేసినప్పుడు 1 అంటారు, దాన్ని ట్రూ అంటారు. ఆఫ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫాల్స్ అంటారు, దాన్ని 0 అంటారు. తప్పదు. సరే ఎట్లయినా ఓకే ఫైన్, కానీ నువ్వు కరెక్ట్గా చూసుకో. వేరేలాగా చేసినప్పుడు 0 అన్నప్పుడు ఫాల్స్, ట్రూ తీసుకున్నావు అంటే కష్టం అవుతుంది. ట్రూ అంటే 1. Yes, have you completed the problem? Now we should do without using table. When shall we do? You have to get conjunction. అయిపోయిందా? Do it fast. What happened? Shall we go without the formula table? Yes or no? Complete it fast. We'll go without the table. Okka problem complete cheddam. At least one problem we will do. You are getting all false, not true. Everything is false only. Yes? Please do that later. Just listen to this one. ఇప్పుడు మనం ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ యూజ్ చేసాం కదా? Yes, all of you just listen. We have done it without using the table. Sorry, with using the table. Now let us do without using the table. So write down the same question there. Prove that the following logics, prove that the following logics are inconsistent inconsistent. So write down the logics there. P implies Q. Q implies S. Sorry, Q implies R. Next one is S implies negation R, P and S. You have to prove that this is inconsistent. So please listen. First of all, give them the numbers. This is 1, this is 2, 3 and 4. So please listen to this carefully. Here you are using without a table. Okay, na? So what you are doing here? See, whenever you are bringing a new logic inside, we call it as rule P. What do you mean by rule P? Whenever you are introducing a new variable, it is called as rule P. Clear? So here I am using first step. I am writing P implies Q. So what is this? I have introduced a new variable 1. Ilane rayale meeru gurtu pettukondi. And this is according to rule P. What is rule P? Write down there. First write down this. 1 represents P implies Q. So this is the predicate that I have introduced. Rule P. So what is rule P? Whenever a new variable is introduced, we write it as rule P. Aipena? Now just here. I am introducing the second one now. Q implies R. So what is this? The predicate is 2 and rule P. Write down. Rule P. What is equivalence relation? In the morning I told. What is equivalence relation? 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 3 it will become. Tells the equivalence relation. Right? So I am writing here 3, step 3, and the predicates used here are 1, 2. Evi use chestunamo? First one and second one. Clear? I am going to give you the next question you have to do. Gundu, nee pani aitadi chudu. Rule T. So it will become P implies R. Write down. Write down P implies R. I just told you how did you get P implies R? P implies Q and Q implies R. It will become P implies R. Right? Next up. See here. I am introducing the next variable. S implies negation R. So ikkada em avutundi idi? What is the implicate that is brought here? Predicate. Em rastaru ikkada number 3 rayali, 4 rayaddu. Clear? I am taking a 3 variable. Now what is this? Can you write? What do you mean by this? What is the converse of this? Converse. What do you mean by converse? Or contrapositive. What is contrapositive? P implies Q will become negation Q implies negation P. Right? So here I am writing here. According, see, first of all, this is rule P. Okay. Ippudu ne next step rasinapudu you have to write like this only. Again I am telling you. When you are writing the next step, I am using contrapositive here. What do you mean by contrapositive? P implies Q is also written as negation Q implies negation P. Avuna? So here when I write it, what it will become? It has to become negation R implies negation S. So negation of negation R, what it will become? R, according to which law? Double negation law. Light pink shirt. So it will become R implies, what will it become? Negation S. Ardhamainda? Next, what should we do? So this is completed. You have this one and this one. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? Think what you should do. You are having P implies R, R implies negation S. What you can do? Again, I am writing here 6. According to which rules? P implies R. What is P implies R here? 3 and 5. From 3 and 5. So it will become P implies negation S. So this is rule T. Please write down this rule. కానియండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు? Can we do something here? According to the formula, P implies Q, it is written as negation P or negation S. అంతేనా? నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాము? హియర్ యు రైట్ డౌన్ యాజ్ పర్ P implies Q, negation P or Q. సో ఇది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? From 6. Next, what are you doing here? I am taking negation common. Negation of P or S. Sorry, negation of P and S. Antena? It will become negation P or negation S. Clear? Then you already have a logic there. What is that? The fourth one. P and S is there. Question lo P and S undi, right? Then again I am writing according to 7. This is 7. This is 8. So what is that? I am introducing a new variable P and S. Rule P. Then what should I do? 9th one. Now what should I do? You already have the answer here. I am having here negation of P and S. Again I have P and S. This is 9. According to some rule T, existing rule. Okay. ఇప్పుడు next ఏం చేయాలి? You have to use contingency. Sorry, you have to use and conjunction I said, right? So here I am taking and in between them. So negation of P and S means what? We get false and true. So what is that? Sorry, negation of true and true, you will get sorry, this will become false and true. So the answer is false. Is this clear? Without using table, you have to do it like this. Ardhamainda? After that, just check down one question. మీరు చేయాల్సింది ఓన్గా. Just I'll give you a question, take it down and do it without using table. Like this only. Just take down this question and go. P implies Q, comma, P implies R, comma, Q implies negation R, comma, P is inconsistent Do it, take down this question. First question తీసుకోండి. Complete that.